Hi everybody, welcome back. So we're doing a little bit of jelly plate printing today, and I'm just making these by just putting on some resistant shapes and then some paint over the top, and literally just rubbing my hand over the top of the back of the paper, and then it's giving it, like, because of the resistance of the shapes that's underneath, it's giving it something to resist against, and so then it was able to bring out the print onto the paper. And here I'm sticking on like foreign objects, bits of string and things like that. I've done some on paper and some on tissue paper. Now I like the effects on the tissue paper because it gives it like trees, a tree effect. This one was done with like a stencil, just by putting a stencil, that I've got a big stencil, and rolling over it with a colour, and then obviously going back over the top again and lifting it off. And then these small ones, I thought, oh, it'd be lovely to do some Neuro art on these balls. As you know, I love little balls and, round shapes, with them being so perfect. A round shape is perfect. It's the moon, it's the sun, it's togetherness, it means such a lot in balance, perfection. And so I did some Neuro art on this and took my time. I did just a couple of pieces of Neuro art just to show you. So I just rounded the edges off after I'd just drawn a load of lines over the top, and I speeded it up. I did it with a thicker pen so you could see it afterwards, because I realised it was a little bit too thin. But still, I love the effect that underneath it, especially the black and white one. And then I just added some splatters just from my pen. And you can see they came out quite fun. As I say, I love the black and white one. I don't particularly like my close-up of my face on this one. It shows my big chin. So here, but you can see one's like a flower shape and one's round, and yeah, and I love how the paint's dragging across the top. These are some done on tissue paper and just basic shapes. So I slowed it down here and showing you exactly what I did. So I placed these random bits of card. A friend sent me some of these. I didn't know what to do with them, and so what I decided to do was to pick out, so I call it my posh box, and placed them on my jelly plate. There's no paint on it, it's just dirty. It's an old jelly plate. It's important, really. You should wash them after each go, but I didn't, and so that's why it's got some stains on it. And then just picked out some other random shapes and placed them on the top in places and positions that I thought looked good. Nothing spectacular. I wanted to keep these very basic. I'm no expert on jelly plates, and lots of people are. You've only got to type in about jelly plates and things, but it doesn't interest me to the extent to really go into it deep. But these past few days I've been wanting to get some more shapes and things, and jelly plate prints on tissue. So because I'm doing a larger canvas, and so I want to be able to put some of these on there just randomly to get me started on an abstract piece. So it's a great way of starting on an abstract piece. So I'm just rolling over. I've got a roller, look, and just rolling it over the top randomly over the top of these shapes. This isn't easy to do, and there are lots of easier ways to do this, and I'm very awkward at doing this, but I thought I'd show you what I was doing and what I've been doing and playing about. And so then I just rubbed it over the top like that, and I also rubbed the excess paint off of the roller as well onto a little bit of card, rubbish card that was in there. Just get the paint off the roller, really. And then I just got sheets of paper and this is the tissue paper. I've done this rough side down, shiny side up. You can order this online on great big sheets. I've had it a long time. And then it's very delicate, so you have to handle it very carefully. And just rubbed it gently with my hand, and you can see the paint soaked through, and the resistance of the shapes that's underneath that gives it a good, a good look. And then just pulled it off very gently. And here we have all that it's made is just like a resistance against those shapes. But very good, very good. You know, the next print would have been better if I'd have done it again, but because you know, because the paint was on quite thick there. So this time I added a little bit of black onto the orange, and going to go over this again. This will give me a different effect, but it's just nice. I quite, once you start doing this, I quite get carried away with it actually. I enjoyed it. It's very relaxing, something a little bit different. Quite messy though, you know, you need quite a bit of room to be able to do it, and you do get paint everywhere. I have used ink on these jelly plates as well. That's worked really well. You only have to use a tiny bit, and then just using the back of my brush there just to make some extra lines on it. And then I'm going to add on some tissue paper again over the top, gently rubbing it again. And because it makes creases in between on the tissue paper when you place it on, that also makes a nice effect. It gives, I like the effect in the background more so than the actual shapes that's on the paper that I've used as a resistance. The actual creases, I really like those in the background. Difficult to show you here, but because it's still wet and I've got to put it down. Yeah. And then the next stage, just to do something different, I think I gently fetched these off with the back end of my brush, which of course then left, you know, the negative shape then on there, and so I will be able to put on more paint now to create a different effect. Sometimes it's strange because it doesn't always give you the resistances that you're wanting, or the effects rather that you're wanting on your jelly plate, and this is why I'm not overly thrilled with them, but I needed some more collage material, so I thought it'd be a nice idea this week to get stuck into my jelly plate a bit, and then once I've finished playing about with it, I'll give it a good wash, like I say. And a much thinner layer like this works much better. I would put in the paint on much too thick. This is a much better sort of you know, consistency of paint. You know, it's nice to put it on quite thin and quite move it round around, and you know, just enjoy it. So it's almost transparent. I'm just wiping a bit off of the end of the roller there, and then I only had this one last bit of tissue left, so this is a smaller piece, and then just pop that one on. Again, give out different effects, different to what you expect it to be. So just rolled it back. This, I love this, made it like trees. I love that effect. Look, very nice. Not easy to show you. I'm ever so sorry about that. If you turned it the opposite way around, it would be nice. And this one, look, then you see I was moving on to, this is my canvas, the large canvas that I've been using. So again, using stencils and different shapes and sizes, I've been then placing that on with a glue, gel medium. The gel medium I've used here is a gloss gel medium. So I've just covered it all with, randomly ripped it all up. So like I said, just ripped them all up, and it was good fun. This one was done with the stencil, so this one was quite nice and effective. I quite like this one. And this is showing you like a bit closer of some of the effects that I got. I only did a few on these, so but I love how the resistance has come through. So also I haven't spoken to you about this, but this one was a small concertina book that I had, that I made. Remember when you watched me do my drawings, I cut off some extra paper and off the end, so I folded it and used it as a concertina book. So here I am. So what I've done with my jelly plate this time, instead of using random pieces of paper, I pressed the book itself onto the jelly plate, which gave it this dark, rich colour background. And then I did some other prints on some more tissue paper, similar to the ones that I've done today. This was yesterday. And here you can see I'm using the gel medium over the top to just randomly put paste it on underneath and on the top, nice and thick. It goes on white so you can see what you're doing, but when it dries optically clear, which makes it really nice and gives it a lovely sheen to your work. You can get it in, you can get this in a matte medium. It's just the same. So here I am just randomly ripping them all up. I did this in real time so that you could see what I was doing, and just moving it along and just picking out bits. And here it is. Look, just slap it on nice and thick. There's no use skimping and doing it dead steadily and dead gently. Just slap it on underneath and on top, and it kind of shrivels the paper up a bit, and it becomes like transparent. But I try to do it just in the centre of it to leave a tiny bit of a border around the edge sometimes. So here it is a little bit closer up. This is, you can see it's now drying more clear. But the effect is absolutely lovely for abstract work and to get you going, really nice effects here. I thought I'd share it with you, and I hope you like it. And then I can't remember whether I've shown you on this video or not, but then I went back in with some white splatters. Here they are. All I used was white gesso because it's very pure white. And that gave it another effect, another act of contrast. So it was lovely on top of all that I've already done. So now I've just got to make a front and back cover for this little concertina book. But I'm really pleased with it. It came out scrumptious. Yes, very nice. So out of just doing some jelly printing, I got a concertina book, a large canvas, and then some little paintings, which I did some Neuro art on. So I was well chuffed. Really enjoyable work, yeah. There's the gel medium. You can see it on the table, look. It's not expensive. You can buy it on Amazon. So, yeah, okay, bye.